straight? Yeah, I think so. Okay. Hello everyone and welcome to or back to my channel. I'm Isabel and today we're going to be doing a New Year's video, which I'm very excited about because New Year's is my all-time favorite holiday. I think that's just because it's like one day a year that everyone is just universally inspired to start new habits, new goals, or resolutions, small habits, really anything that's going to change their life for the better. And I think that's a really cool concept. I know there are a lot of people who kind of are like nay on New Year's resolutions and whatever, because they say one day a year setting all these goals isn't going to set you up for any success or significant change in your life. But I think it's really cool that there's one day where everyone just kind of determines these goals that they want to be the platform for their year. And so I take it every year to the extreme, and I do a lot of New Year's resolutions. I do habits and smaller things that I think will make my life better. And so this year I started a new bullet journal, and this is super nerdy, but I do this every year because I think it helps me keep things a lot more organized, because I have the freedom to like use a blank page and make it say whatever I want it to say. It keeps my brain aligned. So what I always do in the beginning of my bullet journal, right when I get it, I start it for a new year and I make a lot of resolutions. And so this is this year's, and I did 4 different categories. I did life, health, academics, and self. I don't know if you can see this. I'll let it focus for a sec. So within each category, I make different, some of them are long-term goals that I want to eventually get to throughout the year and keep working on. And some of them are just little tiny habits that I think are going to improve my life and improve me as a person. Let me show you in my past bullet journal. This one was last year's and it's stacked. But again, on the very first page I had my resolutions. And so here's the first page. And last year I just did, let's see if that will focus. Last year I just did 3 different categories, and I did life, health, and school. And so if you want to just do 3, if you think that will make it easier and more realistic, then you could start with that. So basically this whole video I just kind of want to talk about how to make this year, 2019, the best year of your life so far, and the different steps in getting there. So the most important thing, the step number 1, is to reflect on your past year. And I do this every year because I find that there's a lot of things that happened in the past year that you didn't even realize shaped either who you are or how your year was. And so that's the very first thing I do, is I reflect on the year before. I first look at all the goals that I made in 2018 and which ones I achieved, which ones I didn't but could still be added to my 2019 goals list, and which ones I sort of achieved but could still be improved. And so the first thing I did this year was on January 1st, I looked over my New Year's resolutions from 2018, and I tried to remember what my thoughts were at the end of 2017 when I was making these goals for my 2018 year. And I remember that 2017 was a very rough year for me. That was definitely one of the worst years of my life. I remember January 1st of 2018 so clearly because I remember thinking this year is gonna turn around, like this year is gonna be so much better. My main goal in 2018 was to be happy again, because I'm naturally a very happy person, but some things happened in 2017 that made it harder. And so my number one goal was like, I need to be at that place again where everything makes me happy. That was my number one goal, and so all the habits and goals that I made were gonna get me to that point. Every habit that I wrote down, even if it was very minuscule, was put in place so that I would improve my mindset. I think it's really important to make small habits, because small habits are easy to achieve. It only takes 21 days. Scientifically, it takes 21 days for a habit to become a way of life. Habits are easy to achieve and make a part of your life, and therefore it will motivate you and make you happier. So for example, some of the habits that I wrote down for 2018 were, let's see, what's some of the ones that really helped me? I don't want to read all of these, but oh, this was a good one. I wrote down, surround yourself with like-minded achievers. And I know that seems like sappy, but I didn't even look back on that. I just wrote it down. I was like, yeah, this makes sense. And I literally subconsciously put that goal into place. Like, all the people that I spent 2018 with are people that made my life so much better. And that was kind of just subconscious, because I knew that was something I wanted. Oh yeah, I wrote down that you only live one life. Eat healthy for your mind and body. That was something that I drastically changed in 2018. I made a serious effort to work out and eat healthy and do all these things to make myself feel better and look better, obviously, and therefore feel better about myself. And that was a serious change, because I started working out every day and I ate healthier than I ever have, and it just kind of became this thing that I just effortlessly could do every single day. I didn't have to think about it, and it improved my life so much, because I would get that rush of endorphins every day from the workout, and you would be amazed how much eating whole foods helps your brain and helps your happiness, and it really just made me so much happier. Another one of my life goals that I made in 2018 was to start a YouTube channel and actually create videos, and that was something that I did, and I was really scared to do, but I didn't do it consistently, because end of junior year and beginning of senior year, hardest, academically, that was very hard to juggle that with other hobbies. I think that the fact that I wrote this down and just had kind of an idea of what I wanted to see in my life. I had this image of what I wanted to do, and I wanted to make a YouTube channel, and I wanted to at least start making videos, and I did that, and I achieved that goal. And so looking back on that for 2019, my goal is going to be to improve that. One of my main goals is going to be to improve my time management so that I actually have time to film videos and upload videos, and because that's something that I really enjoy doing, and I want to make more time and prioritize it if it's something that I enjoy doing. Another goal would be to make those videos more personal, like this one I'm actually talking to you. In the beginning, it was so, I mean, it still is, it's still so hard to talk to a camera. It's so weird. I have to tell myself every 5 minutes that just to pretend that this is a person, because I'm very social and I've never had trouble talking to people. I definitely talk more than I should. I never shut up. And for some reason, you put a camera in front of your face and it's the hardest thing to get used to. You're at a loss for words. You can't speak English. I want to train myself to get better at that so that I can do what I want to do. And in order to do that, I think I need to make my videos more personal. Oh my god, I'm talking at 100 miles a minute. 2018, I made a lot of goals in health. So I changed my workout schedule, worked out almost every day, I think except one day. Yeah, pretty much 6 days a week, sometimes 5. a lot of the goals that I made for health were to eat a plant-based diet, all natural diet the entire year, work out 6 days a week, I did that, hydrate with a big glass of water with lemon first thing in the morning. I did that a lot over the summer, but I kind of fell off of that. Oh, eat 1 salad a day. See, that was a good example of one small habit that can make your life a lot better. Not necessarily just saying broadly, I want to eat healthier, because frankly, you'll never do it if you just say, I want to eat healthier. You need to get specific and make small habits that will get you living a healthier lifestyle. For 10 months of my year, I literally ate a salad every single day. It made me want to eat healthy the rest of the year, rest of my meals. So when you're planning your goals for 2019, step 2 is to make new goals based on your reflection over 2018. Think of different categories of your life that you want to improve. And so I chose these 4 categories. Then within each category, create small habits or big goals or resolutions that you want to achieve in each one. Some of them are the same as my 2018 goals, either ones that I didn't achieve, or honestly, looking back on 2018 goals, I did achieve almost all of them because they were achievable. You know, they weren't so far out of reach. They were things that I could do. That's the key, because you're gonna feel more motivated if you keep checking these things off your list and you keep achieving all these goals. There's lots of small things like wake up at 6:30 every weekday. That's something I used to do and I fell off of, but I want to start that again because it really does just clear your mind before a long school day. Pretty much all the stuff within health is the same, except I did add limit sugar and empty carbs. That's something that I've had a lot of recently that I used to not really have. And last year I said drink 2 liters of water a day, and I definitely exceeded that. I started with 2 liters a day because I used to not drink enough water, and then towards the end I think now I basically drink 4 liters a day on an average day. So now my new goal is to drink 4 liters of water every day, so I can hold myself accountable for that. Also to do more cardio, because I hate cardio, so I definitely need to improve in that area. And get my yoga handstand down, because last year one of my resolutions was to do yoga every day, and I achieved that. I want to keep doing yoga all the time, probably every day, and I want to get that yoga handstand down. And then under self, I just put lots of things that have to do with like self-care, like things that I should just make a habit for myself to better myself. Be aware of what I'm consuming, do a self-care day 2 times per week. I pretty much already do that. Make YouTube channel more personal. That's something that I really want to do, and I'm trying my best. This is probably the most important step. Step number 3 is to create a plan for achievement. Think about how will you achieve these goals and bring these dreams to life. Usually what I do is I'm a very dreamy person. I'm very nostalgic on things that have happened. So looking back on 2018, I'm in awe of all of the change and growth. All of these things that have changed me, and in the moment I thought were such horrible things, but in the end turned out to shape me into who I am right now. I think this is the most important part, to look back on all that and then imagine how that can help you with your goals in 2019. So for me, I think the main thing of 2018 was definitely change and growth. And change, growth, happiness, all of that. And I think that all that change and growth was kind of the catalyst for 2019 for me. And I think that that is kind of the universe's way of showing me that 2019 is going to be new, because what would all that change be for? That change has to be for something. So what I usually do to make sure that I achieve my goals and get these habits set in place was I made a habit tracker. And so basically every single week I would make this little diagram, little graph that would have all the habits, basically the small habits that I had written in my New Year's resolutions. I would write those small habits and then I would fill in a little bubble for every day that I did them. I know it sounds really stupid to be like tracking your habits or whatever every day, but honestly, that is definitely what made me achieve all the things I wanted to in 2018, and it's what made my year so great in 2018. I think I did it from December until April, and by the time April had come around, I didn't even need the habit tracker. Like, those things were set in stone, they were in my routine. Those were things that I naturally did every day and I wanted to do every single day. Also, something that I get asked a lot by like friends is, how do I stay motivated? Like, people are always like, how do you work out every single day? But people say like, how do you stay motivated? Like, I never want to work out every single day. I could honestly do a whole video on that, but one basic thing is that not being where you want to be should be motivation enough to get you there. When I think about those places I want to be, what I want to be doing, where I want my life, I literally make an image of it in my head and I see how it could be, and not being there is motivation for me to want to get there. If you're at the gym, then literally imagining what you could look like or how you could feel, imagining that will bring it into real life. I know that was kind of all over the place, but those are the 3 pretty simple steps to achieving your goals and creating new habits to make this year the best one yet. So if you want to see more videos like this, then just give this video a thumbs up, and also leave a comment if you liked this video, because I'm curious to know if you'd like to see more videos like this where I'm talking to you, giving you advice, or if you'd like to see more of the montage, like vlog style. I just don't know what everyone wants to see, and I like making all of it. Also, leave a comment if you'd like to see a video on how I'm keeping up with my New Year's resolutions and all the habits that I've tried to put in place and the goals that I've made for this year. I have been doing pretty much all of the New Year's resolutions that I've made for each day. I've been doing them every single day, so I can make a video on that. But yeah, and just let me know if you want to see more personal content like this, because I do always have a lot to say, so I enjoy making these kind of videos, and I think it would be fun to continue doing that. That's all, so thank you for watching, and I'll hopefully see you next time. Bye.